Hello, everybody. How are we doing tonight? We are back once again with some more Fate Extra. So, last time, we had Julius come back as essentially a ghost, but we dealt with that. So we should be moving on to actually starting to deal with Leo now. Hello, Sriska. Oh, never mind. I guess he's back. Hello, Sriska. Welcome. Start up the game and immediately... Nope. The assassin appears for the third time. Only in the Holy Grail War could I meet such an opponent. Saber had told me not to worry too much about it, but still I cannot help but think on it. Or is she just talking about what happened last time? Huh. His life was his own. To think otherwise is nothing more than an attempt to assuage one's conscience. Regardless of his history or his purpose, he was nothing more than a cold-blooded killer. In fact, he himself insisted on being seen as such. That is all I have to say. Just remember that such a person once existed. That may be true. Just like Saber says, Julius's life was his own. I can't take responsibility for how he led it. Exactly. I knew you'd see the wisdom in my words. Let us go. Our next fight starts now. I nod in acknowledgement of Saber's words. Now that I think about it, I haven't told Rin about Julius. I wonder if she's around today. I think I'll go see her later. Yeah, where was she? She was like not around at all last time. Anything to see in the library? Nope. Okay. Third floor. Anything of note up here? Ah, it appears that you have a strong bond with your servant. Be sure the connection you share with your servant doesn't overwhelm your good judgment. Nothing else up here. Everything is so empty now. Hey, Rin. To think you actually made it this far. I was sure you'd die in the first round. The joyous expression on the girl's face is totally at odds with the sarcasm in her voice. However, I have to be honest with myself. Without her help, I would be dead by now. While thinking about just how much she's helped me, my true feelings inadvertently slip out. Thank you for everything. It's only because of Rin's help that I managed to make it this far. Idiot! What in the hell are you talking about? I was only looking out for myself, same as you. Sure, Rin. That's it. I wasn't doing anything for you. Okay, maybe I helped you out a little. But all of your victories were a result of your hard work. I had very little to do with them. Remember, the final battle still remains. Although Rin was blushing for a moment, it quickly faded as her mood turned serious again. She's right. The finals await, and a deadly obstacle stands between me and the Holy Grail. I will only say this once, so listen as if your life depended on what I'm going to tell you. Leo and his servant are the trump card the Western plutocrats hope will get them the Holy Grail. Their strength is such that even Lancer and I could not face them unaided. However, I can't explain why, but I have a feeling that everything will turn out okay for you. It's odd for me to say such a thing. Even odder is that although you're strong, I can't say how. Remember, you're just as powerful as Leo. when the time comes to face him, do not hold back. Me? Powerful? I can't believe that Rin Tosaka, of all people, would say that about me. Even more surprising is that she's sincere, considering how lost and clueless I've been at times. You're doing the best you can, Hakuno. Her words mean everything to me. For the first time, I've received praise from a fellow master. This is not the first time. I'm pretty sure. Whoa! What's with that creepy smile? You look like you've just won the Holy Grail War. Now, go. You should head to the arena. You no longer have time to relax. She then hits me violently in the back, a solid thud followed by incredible pain. While trying to hide my smile at her embarrassment, I turn and leave the rooftop behind me. Okay. Let's go to the chapel. I don't remember. I think we leveled up last time. We did. Okay. A few more points into luck. Nobody around. Probably nobody outside, but I'll take a look regardless. Yeah. And I don't think I need anything at the commissary, so... We'll save. And head to the arena. Oh. I'm flabbergasted by Saber's meek pose. Her furrowed brow makes it clear something is bothering her. Master, why are you looking at me like that? Quickly, to the arena! Although Saber seems to be back to normal, it's obvious that her bravado is slightly forced. If there is something bothering her, maybe I can help. Looking at her, I ask, is something troubling you? With a small gasp, Saber becomes almost immediately wide-eyed and frazzled at my question. How dare you question my resolve? Not even the gods themselves would intimidate me. But, I mean, I don't understand these feelings. They are beyond my experience. Saber takes a deep breath in an attempt to regain her composure and then turns to face me. It began when I spoke to you of my past. Now, when we are alone, I feel not unwell, but odd. Without reason, my thoughts become unfocused and wander. What could cause such an affliction? Saber's head droops almost as if in defeat. Is what's bothering her really that serious? Yes, it is! You may not know this, but I am merely a construct generated by the moon cell. Normal heroes, I mean the situation for servants called in reality, are slightly different. For us of the moon cell, there are conditions and obligations attached to our existence. Every servant created in the Seraph is required to protect the moon cell at all cost, or at any cost, even if it means the death of my master. But I cannot bring myself to obey this command. Saber delivers this last line in a mumble. I find her childlike embarrassment incredibly cute. Just forget it. And don't say a word. This is my problem. I will deal with it on my own. I wisely decide to hold my tongue. As is often said, silence is often the curse of wisdom. Saber raises her head, a renewed passion for our struggle burning in her eyes. I am angry at myself. I fear my flaws will adversely affect your success in the coming battles. No, I will not allow my weakness to affect you, Master. Please forget that I said anything. With that final line delivered in a somewhat unsteady tone, Saber cuts off the conversation. Although she's made clear that I'm to forget it, it's not going to be that easy to. The uneasiness in herself that Saber can't identify. I want to help, but I'm not sure how. Things have gotten quite Yuri-ful. Alright, to the first floor. Hopefully we can actually explore this time. Like, fully. Nope, there's still gates up. Oh, never mind. They're going away. Yay! All of the doors in the arena that were sealed opened at the same time. That was phrased a little weirdly. It threw me off for a second. Julius must have somehow hacked the arena and blocked the passageways. Master, we should be able to continue exploring. We need to make up for the time we lost yesterday. Indeed. Indeed we do. We got some exploring to do. Oh, what equipment do I have on? Give me my shockwave. No, I'm not trying to leave. Hello there. Is this a dead end? Ow! Rude. Two hits ought to do it. Yep, especially with a crit in there. Yep, this does appear to be a dead end. Boo. Ah! I got jumped. Rude. Okay, one more hit ought to do it. There we go. Let me give you one of these. Aww. Of course I care about you, Nero. Ooh, crit. Nice. Oh, hello. You're big. Fuck, man, I don't know. I almost had it right. Let's try something like that. Ho-ho! Yay! I more or less know what I'm doing with this one. It only took me the entire game to figure out the patterns for that one. This is just another path this way. Ah! Fuck. Oh, 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 oh. Okay, this way. I just went in a circle. This way. Yeah! Shit. Better be right. I wasn't even close to right. Oh! Yay! Ow. These enemies keep getting the jump on me. There doesn't seem to be any enemies lurking around here, so maybe I can actually relax for a while. If dialogue is happening, I feel like probably not. Is there something the matter, Master? Perhaps you have become fatigued again? I want to continue our earlier conversation. Oh. Saber carries a number of burdens I never thought possible. I really want to discuss things with her. Maybe there's a way for me to ease her concerns, if nothing else. Are you still thinking about that? I thought I told you to put it out of your mind. After all, the cause is... Saber suddenly cuts off what she was about to say and retreats into silence again. Her eyebrows slowly begin to furrow for some reason. It's almost as Saber's normally tempestuous mood has somehow gotten even worse. Gah! Forget it! Forget about it! All you should be thinking about is how to obtain the Holy Grail, Master. There is no need for you to make my burdens your own. Rather, your inclusion will only make things worse. Damn. So please speak no more about it. If you care at all about me, forget all that I have said before. Although the heat in Saber's voice was immediately apparent, there was nothing threatening in her words. The only way I can possibly respond to that as a master is to say, do you believe me so unreliable? Of course I do! You're so unpredictable that I constantly worry about your well-being. Damn, called out. The thought of what would befall you should I die before the elimination battle makes my hands shake. What exactly does she mean by that? Exactly. Taking her words for what they are, it seems as if Saber, in her own fashion, actually likes me somewhat. No shit, Hakuno. I'm happy, reassured even, to know how she feels about me. I hardly see how that can be a problem, but... Idiot! That's the problem! If you were to oppose the Moon Cell, I would fight beside you without hesitation. But that would violate the terms under which I serve. The Moon Cell would not accept such a servant. More accurately, it would make an effort to eliminate the master of such a servant. Knowing the consequences, I have no idea as to how I should conduct myself in this situation. And though I know what hardships it could cause for you, just this thought of you sets my body aflame. I just couldn't come out and tell you that I have failed as your servant. Saber looks down in shame. Servants are required to balance their master's needs with those of the Moon Cell. Saber is apologizing for upsetting that balance. That is... Thank you, Saber. That's right. I'm a failure because I couldn't give a damn about the Moon Cell. If I were forced to choose between the Holy Grail and Saber, I would pick Saber without hesitation. As my constant companion throughout the war, she means more to me than anything or anyone. I'm not even really alive. I'm just a bit of random data, but Saber accepted me without question. There's only one thing of value I've received through this series of life and death battles, and that is the bond I share with Saber. Before her, I had nothing. For that bond, I have genuine gratitude. Your words truly surprise me, Master. A bond, huh? Yes, your words ring true. The connection that we share cannot be described with any other word but bond. Saber smiles in contentment and nods her head, sagely. Her normal gloriously imperial expression returns as well. There is no trace of the despondency she felt earlier on her face. But before we could enjoy the moment, oh boy. What the fuck? What in the hell is that? An ominous figure approaches us. It feels as if its only purpose is to eliminate us both. Is that the Seraph's physical form? I was curious as to how they'd choose to eliminate us, but sending a part of itself, that was unexpected. However, may I be brutally honest with you, Master? I immediately gave the now somewhat indignant Saber permission to speak what was on her mind. I didn't mind, because I knew that her opinion would be exactly the same as mine, word for word. This is hardly worth worrying about. That they thought this thing capable of quenching my passion is an insult. I will send anyone brazen enough to attempt to thwart my love into the fiery crucible of the sun itself. Are you ready for battle, Master? Let us show the moon cell the true extent of our power. Hello. This is not something not something I expected in the slightest. It has so much HP. Oh my god. This is surprisingly not difficult so far. What's the catch? Ow! Ah! Fuck. Heard me talking shit. This punishment program was activated because my servant has broken free of the Holy Grail's control. And although we fought as hard as we could, we had no chance of overcoming the power of the Holy Grail. The form it took was horrifying, as if it crawled from the depths of my nightmares, stopped before us, and, moving as quick as lightning, swung its arms down as if to strike through my skull and directly at my brain. But this might be for the best, though I do feel bad for my servant. I am happy to have experienced such a wonderful bond with them. Shit. God damn it. Gotta go through a bunch of shit again. Should've made a save state. Blah 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 blah. Yap, yap, yap. Into the arena. Blah blah blah. Okay. Let's do this all again, I guess. Ether crystal. Dead end with an enemy in it. Yeah! Shit. I forgot I need to switch my gear. Also. Ah! Ow! Equipment. Switch for that. Yeah. There's like no room to actually react. Oh, jeez. Jeez. Seriously. That's what I'm saying. Jeez. Okay, you come here. Ah. I don't fucking know. Give me enemy info so I can read the patterns better. Please. Ugh. Aha! Aha! Okay, give me whatever this was. MP for Hakuno. And this one basically just gets us around that enemy. Girl. Girl, where are you facing? There we go. That's more like it. Let's try that. Okay, and then we should hit that dialogue trigger up here. More yapping. We're button mashing our way through this. Blah blah blah. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Here we go. Mooncell sending an angel to kill just because Best Girl and Nero got a little too close. Yeah, the Mooncell is being homophobic during Pride Month. Can you believe that? How dare. Don't you worry, girl. I got this. Ow. Ow. No! How dare. Okay. It's killing me on the third turn here. So what if... What if... Okay, well, first of all, let me heal her. But then also... What if... This is the one I want. And also, maybe I'll try doing that instead of guarding? I don't know. Ow! Sacrifice? What the hell is that? Girl, get up! Okay, we lived. Oh god. Noble Phantasm, go! Let me do a fuck ton of damage. Oh, big damage. Love to see it. Ooh, please let this work. Please let this work. Oh, let's go! Aha! And almost as if it was never there, the program sent to kill us vanishes. The bond that we share, even if it's against the rules, I will not allow it to be destroyed. I can feel the power surge within me. It was inconceivable that something so uncouth tried to chastise me. Saber thrusts out her chest proudly, looking more beautiful and steadfast than ever before. Unfortunately, her arrogance seems to have increased 100-fold as well. Let us get moving, Master. We do not have the time to linger here any longer. She's right. Even as we speak, Leo may have already taken possession of the Holy Grail. What we've faced just now was only one of many obstacles. We haven't even gone beyond the first floor yet. But one thing I can say for certain, what I now have with Saber is more precious to me than any treasure. Okay. Save again. Because I don't want to do that again. Go. Aha. There's the cipher key. There is no worse feeling than regret, but the dead cannot stop the living, so we were able to get the trigger. Do you plan on continuing your exploration of the arena? Be sure to not let your guard down, Master. Yep, we'll continue making our way through, finding whatever else there is to find. Would like to get enemy info, if possible. Oh. No? Okay, well, here's an item. Elixir. Oh wow, is that it? Yep, that appears to be it. Okay then. In that case, we will head out of the arena. Yes, 100% exploration there. We will save. And then we are going to take a quick break before we proceed on to the next day. So get up, stretch, do whatever you need to do. We will be back in a few. Okay, and we are back. I suddenly realized that I haven't seen Leo since day one. That is true. The only remaining masters in the school are me, Leo, and Rin. At least I have two people to talk to. I just wish one of them wanted to have a conversation right now. We could talk about... Oh, that's right. I've never asked Rin what she'd wish for with the Holy Grail. The second cipher key has been generated on the second floor. My terminal chimes, informing me of a challenge. The last challenge. By meeting it, the door to the last elimination battle will open. While I'm immersed in thought, the classroom door slides open and Kotomine appears. Jump scare. It seems you've been alerted to the next challenge. I'm delighted that my work is almost done. Your opponent has received his notification as well. You'd do well not to back down now. I don't need Kotomine to warn me that the search for the final cipher keys won't be easy. I run the risk of crossing swords with Leo on the second level, too. Then I won't see you again until the day of the elimination battle. Good luck. His chuckle sort of undermines the whole meaning of good luck. He leaves the classroom. The last challenge. There are 4 days left until the day of the elimination battle, and my uncertain fate awaits me there. I should do whatever I can so that I have no regrets. My headphones just came unplugged. That is probably fine, but I don't want it making its stupid, annoying low battery sound at me. So I usually keep them plugged in during streams, and also while I'm recording. When I arrive on the roof, I'm surprised to see that Rin isn't in her usual spot. Uh-oh, is Leo there instead? No, nobody's there. How's it going, Hakuno? Why don't you come up here? Oh, she's up there. A voice comes from overhead. It's Rin Tosaka, looking at the sky from the top of the entryway. Accepting her invitation, I go to the indicated spot where Rin plops down beside me. Come to think of it, I don't think I ever told you the reason I entered the Holy Grail War. From out of the blue, she starts into a fairly serious topic. As Data, you have no idea about life outside of the war, so let me tell you some of the basics. For the past 20 years, the world has been in stasis. Things have neither gotten better or worse. I agree with Leo about one thing. Change ignites conflict, so maybe stasis isn't such a bad thing. That's what I thought at first. Then I realized just how joyless life has become for everyone. For most people, simple joy is something trivial that's easily overlooked or even dismissed. However, for Rin, the lack of joy or even simple happiness was enough to spur her into action. It seems that in reality, the world is being warped for some unknown purpose. Without change, there will be no chance for things to improve, no matter how much time passes. The only thing that can happen in such a world is that people stop living and merely exist. That is why I oppose the Harways and everything they stand for. My goal was to overthrow those who have traded progress for stability and give humanity a real future. I fought alongside others for many years, but our foe's power was too much to overcome. But the Holy Grail contains enough power to topple the mightiest of foes. That's why I'm here. After her last statement, she takes a deep breath. Then she turns and looks at me with an anxious, almost worried expression on her face. Don't get the wrong idea. I'm not asking you to use the Holy Grail to make my wish come true. After all, only the winning master has the right to make a wish, not a dropout like me. But I just wanted you to know why I entered and how I felt. That I am basically a rash and impetuous person who chooses chaos over complacency. That's all I wanted to say to you. Sorry about making you sit here and listen for so long. With that, she cuts off any further conversation and stares up at the fabricated sky. Right now, all I can do is gaze at her profile. But I wonder why so much of Rin's speech was in the past tense. I can see resignation cloud her expression as she continues to look up into the sky. She has entrusted a great many secrets to me right now. Only the master who claims the Holy Grail can leave the Seraph. For Rin, the days before the final battle will be her... Don't look so down, and don't underestimate me. I've been probing the Seraph every day. Don't worry, I'll find a loophole. Now stop thinking about me and start focusing on Leo. Her sudden smile was enough to lighten my mood and make all of my angst go away. I doubt there's anything under the sun that would be a match for this girl. Of all the people I've known throughout all of this, she's definitely the most important to me. Oh, Rin. Hakuno, care to listen to your favorite teacher's absolute final request? If it's the last one, sure. I know I've been making you work really hard, but this is the final one, honest. I have a feeling that somewhere in the arena is an object that grants wishes. If you go and get it for me, I promise I will leave you alone. Really, no more requests, ever. You can find it today only on the arena's second floor. Could you please go get it for me now? Okay. I will most certainly try. Okay. Doesn't look like there's anyone around anywhere, so... Oh. The room is pregnant with solemn anticipation of the final battle. Saber occasionally glances out the window. Hello, Deeko! Welcome, welcome. Perfect late night vibe. Thank you for the stream. You are welcome. I hope you enjoy. That's right. This is the last calm before the storm, and the last time we can talk together. In that case, I want to know more about the life that led her to becoming a heroic spirit.
そうか。世がどのような人間であったのか、それを問うのだな、マスター。前回の約束もある。長くなるが、辛抱強く聞くがよい。そうかしこまるな。楽にするがよい。波乱に満ちた人生ゆえ、そなたを退屈させることだけはないと断言できる。
Saber gives a small smile and launches into her story. This is the story of the birth and death of the infamous Emperor Nero. Oh my god, computer, chill the fuck out. I get it. I get excited about Nero too. I don't think you guys can hear it, but she was born at daybreak. She was the end of the family line, but as the child of a weak father whom no one supported, she was not to seek the throne. The first turning point of her life was with her mother's debauchery. Nero's twice widowed mother married the emperor, her uncle, in order to make her child the next emperor. In an extreme measure, she murdered the fourth Roman emperor, Claudius, and Nero ascended to the throne. Oh, a CG! Nero had no love lost for her family members, who resented Nero's illegitimate birthright. Put more accurately, she loved the nameless citizens more than her famous noble relatives. Nero decided to take issue with the depraved government and the privileged Senate. History records she was a tyrant who led Rome to decay, and she was, but it neglects to list her reforms. After claiming the throne, Nero gave out money to all citizens in celebration. She then abolished all indirect taxes. When the Senate attempted to thank her, she refused, telling them they could do so when she had earned it. What terrible irony it is that her humility would be overshadowed. The path to her reforms was rife with thorns. Conflicts with the Senate erupted over the unification of the Roman Empire's troublesome provinces. On top of that, her conflicts with her mother Agrippina became more pronounced. Nero's mother Agrippina, who only saw her as a tool to become the mother of the emperor. She was trapped by an endless dithering with the Senate and a mother who made policies in self-interest. I can read. I do not know what sort of fissures emerged in her spirit as a result of these pressures. However, as a result, she resolved to assassinate her predatory mother before dealing with the Senate. But the assassination failed, and the only thing she could do was cut her mother down publicly. This woman tried to poison me. Even though she was my mother, she had to die for opposing the emperor. It was 59 AD, the year Nero's reputation as a tyrant was cemented.
Soの頃からだな。世が頭痛に悩まされるようになったのは、議員の杯を愛用したのが原因だの。慢性的なヒステリーなどと言われてはいるが、何のことはない。世は母に逆らえぬよう、幼い頃から毒を盛られていただけだ。解毒薬と毒を同時に使われていたのだろう。母が死に、解毒薬の所在は闇に消えた。世はまあ、そういった理由で常に熱に浮かされていたのだろうよ。
Saber speaks indifferently about a childhood filled with poison and lies, and her struggles as emperor. Then, Nero's life took an even sharper turn. Nero's wife, Octavia, a woman whom her mother had pressured her into marrying, committed suicide. She murdered her younger stepbrother in order to secure her influence, and then she drove her sole mentor, the philosopher Seneca, to suicide. Thanks to her own selfish actions, Nero had become a monster to her relatives, while she boasted of popularity with the masses.
ネカに自陣されたのはさすがに答えた。確かな父のいない世にとってあやつはなんだ、世間一般でいう父のような男だった。世は許すと言ったのだ。何度でも許すと。だがあやつは自分の家で命を終えた。許すといった世の言葉を信じてはくれなかった。セネカの話はよそう。そのあたりは史実の方が正確であろうしな。あとはあれだな、ローマの大火か。これも世のマスターであるならとうに知っていよう。よって割愛する。となるとあとはもう最後だけか。
Have I done any other routes? You've only seen the show, so you're curious about the game? Not yet. This is my first run through the game, but I do intend to do all 6 possible combinations of routes. I will say, Last Encore is not a direct adaptation of the game, though. It is its own story that takes the game as, like, its backstory. So it's kind of a sequel, but also not really, because it is specifically, like, a run of the game where they die to the final boss. Like, it's not a complete run of the game. It's complicated.
確かガリアにて反乱が起きたのだ。世はこれを放置した。あの時の気持ちは今でも。
Last Encore is not one of the more popular Fate series, but it is very dear to my heart. I love it.
反乱を起こしたウィンデクスを信頼していたのかもしれぬし、もういっそ全てなくなってしまえと時期になっていたのかもしれぬ。だがまあ、それが
Classic Fate, yeah.
2年が経ち、もう一度反乱が起きた。世は元老院から皇帝の座を追われ、国賊として裁かれる身となったのだ。
Love Nero. In this house, we love Nero. She was the first Fate figure I ever got.
ここで世の最大の誤算があった。世は市民たちに尽くした。市民たちも世の政策を喜んでくれた。だから最後の最後では市民たちが世の大位を許しはしないと、そう考えていたのだ。だが何もなかった。彼
Oops. She fled and committed suicide. The various rumors surrounding Nero's end hold one thread in common. She was stubborn. Though she knew escape was futile and had decided to commit suicide, Nero hesitated numerous times. I cannot kill myself. I do not want to die. I have done nothing wrong. Over and over, she muttered that. Finally, after so much hesitation, she declared she could run no more and cut down her own life. There is more to the story. After Nero's suicide, a soldier delicately wrapped a cloak around Nero's body. Too late. This is fidelity, Nero said. Those were her last words. I wonder what her last thoughts were, taking her life in a villa outside of Rome. Did she grieve her own setting sun? Did she despise the rebellions? Or did she curse the Roman people for abandoning her after she had devoted so much to them?
いや、それはない。あれは仕方のないことだ。悲しくはあるが、恨みはせぬ。むしろそれが最大の過ちだった。世と彼らとでは愛の形が違ったのだ。
Love? So she did love her people, but what couldn't they understand?
愛はそなたらの言う愛とはどうも違うようなのだ。この胸に灯る愛は人々のそれに比べるとおおらかに過ぎるらしい。世の愛はわがままだ。何もかも与える代わりに何もかも奪わねば気が済まない。美しいもの、愛すべきものには前例をもって応える。だが人々が抱く愛とはもっと柔らかいものだった。世はそこを分かっていなかった。いや、気づいていたのだ。でもどうしても理解できなかった。私には彼らの言う愛がどうしても。
It seems their value systems were different. That's why Nero was chased from the seat of his empire. Knowing her, I at least have a vague understanding of how her love and the people's love differed. Her love burnt out offering and devoting everything. Her passion burned brightly, without regard to permanence. Nero loved her citizens as she thought was right. But the love her citizens proffered was different, and the difference invited Nero's fall.
当然の話だ。世は勘違いの愛を市民に振りまいていた。彼らが世を愛する道理などなかったのだ。だからそれが無念だった。なぜ世は多くの人々が抱く当たり前の愛というやつを共有できなかったのかと。
Saber gazes out the window, a faraway look in her eyes. Perhaps she was thinking of the red sky and setting sun she saw in her last moments. If she couldn't share their love, then she must have been alone. While this woman could love more than any other person, she could not experience the joy of being loved. Her lavish expressions of love were not enough to satisfy her people. In the end, unloved, she tried to push the dagger into her own throat again and again.
やめぬかその話は。死にきれぬとは我ながらみっともない。だが死は怖いのだ。あれは痛い。世は二度とはごめんだからな。そなたも気をつけるがよい。
Oh, I get it. I sense a lie. I don't think pure fear of death dictated this woman's hesitations. She struggled because she didn't want to die. Didn't want to think she had done any wrong. But really, she didn't want to disappear because I have to love the way they do. That was it. She couldn't bear the thought of dying without anyone loving her. Oh, Nero! I shake my head to cast off the dizziness. It was like I had been drawn into the events themselves through the bond of the contract.
世の話はこんなものだ。存分に生き、存分に楽しんだ。だからそんな顔をするでな。
Oh my god, what is happening?
いろいろあったが。
There we go. That's better.
差し引きでは良い人生であったのだ。そなたはただ世の光だけを見ていてくれ。
Fond reminiscence plays across her features. She has made some peace with a life filled with betrayal, suffering, conflict, and misunderstandings. If I were a knight, I would genuflect and kiss her hand. All that stuff about magic circuits and sword techniques aside, this woman is truly a heroic spirit. It's impossible not to deeply admire such a person for making peace with the soiled life.
どうした？しきりにうなずいて。何か発見でもあったのか？
Of course. All this time, I've been protected by her strength, but one day I wish to become her equal. I want that more than anything. And so, I finally found it. I shouldn't ask this of the Holy Grail. It's too wasteful to ask this of the Holy Grail. It's so boring, and yet so me at the same time. Aww. Hey! No. Okay, let's read our new info on Nero. No, wrong one. Imperial privilege. Royal prerogative. It's imperial privilege. That's the official translation for this skill. In response to the demands of a master, skills that would otherwise be impossible to perform can be used for a short period of time. Some of the skills that can be acquired through this ability include those related to riding, weapons mastery, fine arts, military strategy, and diplomacy. Should an A rank be achieved, more esoteric skills become obtainable. A fun fact about Nero is that technically she shouldn't actually qualify for the Saber class, but she used Imperial privilege to basically force herself into the class, because it's widely considered to be the best class. The younger Harway stands in the hallway, a red-clad prince waiting to grant me an audience. It's Leo. It's okay. I didn't bring Gawain with me. I have something I wish to speak to you about. Leo's words are disarming. It's true. Gawain, who is normally by his side, is nowhere to be seen. When you fought my brother, I did not expect you to escape digital death. You bested him, though. And it is a crime— oh my god, can I read? And it is a credit to my brother that you have held out until the very end. Thank you for that. You have my gratitude. It's hard to tell if he's agitated about his brother's death since he's thanking me. Could any normal person be so calm in this situation? It gives me the creeps to listen. My brother was weak. That's why he was selfish and defensive. Damn! While he said he believed me, he really just believed his childhood promise to his mother. But he must have been happier that way. If Leo's mother was the woman who Julius mentioned at the end, and the one who wished Leo well, then he must have been happy when he died, remembering that face and that voice. At least I think so. Anyway, you did well by my brother. I know he would want to thank you, and— Hold your tongue, Leo. There's no need to converse with your enemy at this point. I told you not to manifest, Gawain. The little ... It is so funny seeing Gawain actually acting serious like this, because I'm so used to him in FGO, where he, can often be a bit goofier. I apologize for his behavior. He holds no malice, so please try to forgive him. castigated by Leo, Gawain frowns and disappears. Not missing a beat, Leo continues. In any case, our battle commences in just 4 days. I look forward to the unparalleled battle ahead of us, Hakuno. He speaks with sportsmanship, but I can tell he doesn't think that he will lose. I'm still curious about one thing. Why is Leo participating in the Holy Grail War? The reason I want the Holy Grail? For world peace, of course. The Holy Grail will be effective in strengthening the Harway rule. Harway's management system is what keeps the world stable. The real world, that is. Neither strife nor poverty exist within its limited domain. Expanding the boundaries of that domain is top priority. Maybe some people will feel a bit stifled by the system, but it's for the greater good of humanity. We want the world to understand that. Sure, buddy. I don't think Leo is lying. He truly believes he's performing a great service for humanity. He's self-righteous, but looking at his face, I'm jealous of his self-confidence. It's better to forget doubts like he has. Okay, we're gonna go save again. World peace, X doubt. Yeah. Leo, I've heard some of your ideas and thought processes, and I think you need to maybe read a bit more theory and interact with the world a bit more before you can try to take over the world. I don't trust you in your current state with world domination. Okay, to the arena. We have a key to find, a trigger code to find, and we have that thing to find for Taiga. Whoa. Ye gods! The last 4 has a beauty unlike any before. A sea that glistens gold under the tender touch of a brilliant sunset. A stage fit for crowning a king. The last area. These are the final few yards in the long journey towards the Holy Grail. Whatever happens, this is the end. So why does this brilliant sun fill my heart with such unease? I haven't fought Leo once since finals began. It is still unclear how powerful his servant is. Wait, shit. Oh no. If there's a sun on this field, oh, that could be a problem for us. He's a Knight of the Round Table, one of King Arthur's chosen. Gawain, the White Knight. I wonder if my abilities are a match for his. Oh boy. That could be a problem for sure. Got some exploring to do. No enemy info? Wait, did I get it with the last one? I wasn't paying attention on the last one. Okay, you're the one that I want to default to attack for, right? Because you use, like, a ton of break? That sounds right. But I'm not 100% sure. We're at the end of the game and I'm still trying to learn which enemies do what. I'm still learning the enemy strategies. Okay, that seems correct. Ow! 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 Ah! Fuck! Oh my god, seriously? The hell, man? Rude. Blah blah blah, skipping through. Okay. Let's try that again. That was stupid. Haha, get stunned. Idiot. Ow. Hey, you're not allowed to stun me. I'm the only one who gets to stun you. Rude. Okay. We will guard. Ow. 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 Okay, maybe we won't guard. Cat on keyboard. Move! Yes! Get up. We're not ending soon. Get out of full screen. Jeez. Oh my god. What else did she do? To make it start acting like this all of a sudden. Oh my god. Girl, what did you change? I don't remember what the settings were before. So I don't know if she changed anything. But, oh my god, it is super, really bad all of a sudden. Okay. It's good now that we're out of battle, maybe. Okay, OBS is having problems now, too. So, I'm just gonna save right here and end the stream, I think. Jeez, okay. Sudden technical issues galore. So, should be back tomorrow, hopefully, to continue this. So, thank you to everybody who stopped by tonight. Sorry for the very abrupt ending, but, I hope to see you guys next time. Oh my god. She started recording, that's what she did.